Hi guys and girls, this is Claudia here from Metaldays 2017 with Krisiun. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. We are really happy to be here. It's amazing, nice, great festival here.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you get to see anything when you arrived here with the area? Did you see the beach or something?
No, we
Okay,
just
not
got
yet.
here like a few hours ago,
Okay.
like 2-3 hours before our supposed show time.
Yeah.
But we saw around here a lot of mountains, rivers. It's a really beautiful place. The nature is really strong here.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful place, and it's great to be among the nature.
Yeah,
feel
that's
really
true.
good.
Yeah. There's not such a lot of spaces where you see that.
No, that especially in Europe sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful. Nature is nature. It's the best
Right.
place you can be. In my opinion.
Yeah. So when you arrived, did you come with the storm or it was still nice weather?
No, actually, we drove from Poland
Yeah.
and we went through Austria to get here, and it was heavily raining all the way to get here.
Yeah.
But when we arrived here, the weather was nice and was really nice on this morning. And unfortunately, when we started to set up our gear to start to play the show,
Right.
the rain fell down and
Yeah.
we have to move. So we're gonna play later
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. So we hope
Yeah.
that the weather will be fine soon. you
Yeah,
know?
I hope so. Yeah, it's still rainy, but we'll see. I think later will be better for sure.
Oh yeah. So you just told me something really nice that moved you, and it's not so long ago.
Yeah.
So please also tell me in front of the camera.
Yeah, we are really happy. Like most of people know already that Bill Ward from Black Sabbath picked up one of our records as one of his 10 favorite all-time albums ever. And this is something magical that happened for us. We never wondered we would have this magic moment, from a former Black Sabbath member mentioned us as one of his favorite bands, So it's like being, in my opinion, it's the best thing that ever happened in our band, for our band, because it's like being touched by the metal god, and this regain our strength to keep doing this because we know what we are doing, like touch some special people's heart, and this for sure make us feel strong as a band and more confident about the band. And I guess this is the best thing that happened so far lately in our career.
So that's really amazing.
For me,
Right.
I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan, and if we all are here tonight, it's because Black Sabbath one day create heavy metal, and so that's why it's so special. I'm not cocky or bragging myself. Like I'm just feel it's important that metal supports metal. Not only a lot of metal musicians, they don't support metal anymore. They always like more commercial or pop music. They try to be away from metal, and you see a guy like Bill Ward, like still inside the underground, still he know about the bands, and it's a big example how a true metalhead should be, in my opinion.
So there's a lot of bands playing here. There's like 3 stages now. There's a New Forces stage here on the festival site. So do you have time when you go to all those venues and play your shows to sometimes even see new bands and find out about them when you're on the spot because you have such a busy day?
Yeah, sure. When we get more like a longer time, I always walk around and try to see some bands.
Cool.
But usually those festivals are so far away from each other, so we always need to leave pretty soon or take a flight really early in the morning. But always when I have time, I check bands, old bands, new bands. Like it's always worth to see. And go in the metal market, try to buy some vinyl or some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still a metalhead,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's always inspiring to see the bands we already know. Like we played this festival recently, like 2 days ago, and Entombed was playing, and I was there watching the show, and it's always a great inspiration to see kick-ass band on stage, and then you get that inspiration just next day you play more inspiring and more, aggressive and brutal show. It's always inspiring to see those killer bands that we already know. That's the really, really great thing about the festivals. We have the chance to check them out all the time.
Right. So when you're writing, when you're making your music, when you're creating, what is it that fuels you? What is it that you want to share with the people that listen to the music?
Mainly, its inspiration comes from it's a pure feeling. Of course, we have the techniques and we have always this kind of we know what kind of music we want to do and what kind of music we want to play. But the main thing for us, it's the feeling, it's the inspiration that we have naturally, and then that's how it works for us. Of course, Moises, he always brings like most of the riffs and start sharing his ideas with me and Alex and start putting together riffs and drums and bass and we work like this. But the feeling, it has to be like a badass, kick-ass song for us. For us, it has to please us in first place. That's the most important thing, And we always follow the flow of the moment. And we feel like, if you feel like this is a killer song, we're gonna work on it. That's, I would say, like feeling. It's always the most important thing to us.
So since you said that feeling is so important for you when you create music and when you play, so what kind of feelings or situations do you have in mind when you create and play the music?
I try to don't think so much when I go play. I just turn on like my guitar and start playing, and the less I think, the better it comes sometimes. So like say it's pure maybe feeling that you can't explain. It's like when you like something or somebody, you don't know how to explain why you're attracted. So why you attracted for this metal stuff? Why this feels in your mind and heart? I don't know how to explain. It just happened, but I like to feel more than think more, than analyze or start trying to make it perfect or whatever. So the better I feel, I think it's the better it is, the outcome, But sure, it's not a proof that stuff is going to be great, can be bad too, So, but like he said, it's pure the feeling of metal always needs to feel in your heart, and makes you have like goosebumps or shivering or something that makes you think it's worth
really
doing.
Deep feelings.
Yeah, deep feelings, and so that's what I feel. I don't know how to explain, I just feel and don't think too much.
And so when you express all that feeling, I mean, this is really, you have to want it, and sometimes there's critics outside in the world, and then it might hurt what they say.
Sure.
So how do you go about that? Because this is, something coming from the heart, from your inner part.
Yeah, it's impossible to please everyone in the world. There's so many types of music out there. Some people can like more like blues, jazz, classical. For some people, our music can be a bit too brutal, a bit too extreme. So they are not familiar with that kind of music, so they can be maybe scared or afraid or whatever they feel. But critics, they are everywhere, like even a show, there's nowadays a guy in a computer can go and criticize your music for, even he don't have the knowledge what the music represents or what was done mean for. But I don't care so much what people say, I don't take that for granted, like this is, what makes me keep doing this stuff. If I would hear or listen all the critics in our entire career, I would not be here anymore, because they always, a lot of people always try to bring you down for the reasons I don't know. Even people that I know that never heard our music, but sometimes talk shit about us. So it's, the world's like that. Human beings are like that. Sometimes they can be really, have a bad attitude just because they think they are too good, to deal with something, So, but when I read a good critic, even a negative one, but I know the guy have a point what he's saying,
Right.
then I can really understand and try to get something good out of
Right.
that negative critic, you know. Because, like I said, sometimes when people really know what they are saying,
Yeah.
so it's good to hear and listen.
Yeah, they listen. Yeah.
What they mean, you know. So it can be positive or negative. It's always a way to learn something.
You know, I would say like the best reviews
Yeah.
for the music we play is our fans. You know, when you play and then you see them going crazy and singing, and you see their faces. Like when we play a show, we try to kick ass as much as possible. It's all about intensity
Right.
and bring down the storm and the pure rage and aggression to the stage. And when you see
Right.
people there, they fucking enjoying and
Right.
going crazy. That's, you know, the best response
Right.
we can have to our music. As Moses say, a lot of guys are just behind the computer. They don't even listen well to your music. They listen like these small speakers,
Right.
computers, small speakers. They don't have the knowledge. They just have this opinion on the surface of the
Yeah.
music. They don't really understand what we're trying to do. So it's easy to say and talk shit about the others, but
Yeah.
we don't really care about that.
Right. So do you feel that what you're doing is like channeling the aggression and everything you feel to a certain positive way instead of violence happening?
Definitely. I feel like this, especially I'm a drummer, and I
yeah.
love the, you know, to feel
Fan.
that the energy and intensity when I'm playing on stage, and it's there's no way I can't explain the feeling I have. You know, it's just like it's beautiful. I love to do what I do. You know, it's amazing.
So one last question is, do you feel that everyone is an artist in the world, or it needs a certain something special to be an artist?
Hard question. I think everybody can have a talent to be a different kind of artist. You know, there is art in everything. You know, like even people that speak well, or people that paint or play, or anything can be art. You know, and they do well, and with passion, you can turn any kind of work in art. I would say. You know, so I think everybody has. This talent for something, you know. It just you have to find out, well, where is your talent.
That's beautiful words. So thank you very much for the interview. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.